Hey, Shawn Clement here at Cattail Creek Country Club on location in Frederick, Maryland. This is the location of Mr. Ricky Serrano, a director of instruction extraordinaire and one of our coaches. And we had just some fabulous seminars that we did at the club here this week. Lots of happy campers. And this is, I'm back to traveling a little bit after COVID, so we're doing this spring, and we're going through Chris Cody's Performance Center in Portland, Connecticut on the way back in the next couple of days. So I just had, I'm doing my online lessons today, and I am introducing you to the Gallagher. The Gallagher is one of our new tasks. It involves a sledgehammer, a 6-pound sledgehammer right here that we're lying down. We're placing a ball up against it. And the key here is to take my setup in a way that's going to deliver the sledgehammer along the ground downrange. So notice I can collect and move the sledgehammer along the ground. See how I'm doing that? So in order for me to do that properly, you'll notice that I cannot sway off of this thing. So if you sway off of this thing, there's no way that you can do that. If you get ahead of it, you'll feel the need to reach back to move it. But if you're in the right spot, see my ball position here? This feels like, look where my hands are. This is demonstrating perfectly what the two pendulums of the human machine is designed to do. We have this new 2-pendulum swing series on our premium channels, the very latest one. And you're going to see this one this week. So I'm collecting the ball from here, pushing it against the door frame or the sledgehammer, and notice how the club's got to stay along the surface of the ground for a long period of time. So if we take that and we execute a shot with this, so now take a look. I'm going to feel the same thing. I'm going to use momentum to collect and release the sledgehammer downrange. So you can see on our screen there how my angle of attack we're looking at there. Whoa, right? Look at that. So you can see there's my contact just a little bit off the toe, and look at impact, how good that looks. Angle of attack was minus 8.5. You see that? And my path was 4 degrees from the inside. Fantastic. So let's look at the next one. So I'm going to use momentum to squeeze through that sledgehammer in that direction. Here we go. Oh, that felt good. Very straight looking shot. So my carry on that, that's a little bit more of what my 8-iron is supposed to do, about 160 yards. And if we look at impact on that, wow, wasn't that perfect? There's impact. My attack angle was minus 9. So you see how that sledgehammer analogy really helps. So now if I take my 3-wood and I'll put a ball on the sledgehammer, this will instantly help me find my 3-wood ball position. So if I play it too far forward, I got to go lunge after it. If I play it too far back, I got to reach back. But right here, it feels like I can collect the ball. Look where my hands are. See how, look at the pressure I can put on that thing now. Now I'm going to stay along the surface of the ground. Look at that. So I keep that Sledgehammer nice and handy. And now I feel like I've got the same setup. Now I'm going to use momentum to follow the sledgehammer along the ground. And let's look at what that gives us. Pretty cool. That's a great miss right there. Just notice how that was off the toe. You see how the impact, you can't see the dots on my club face, but the angle of attack, -5. Look at that. And I'm looking at the dots right here. See that? That was toe hit right there. Pretty cool, huh? So we're going to gather and follow the surface of the ground through that sledgehammer with this fairway wood, and let's see what happens. Oh, that felt good right there. So we got a little cut on that one. That resembles a lot more what we're used to. Look at that, 265. And wow, look at that impact. Wasn't that sweet? Look at how it's deforming the ball. Attack angle was -4 down. Path was 3 degrees from the inside. The club face was just a hair open. So, beautiful shot right there. Nice trajectory. And if we look at the launch angle on that, launch angle was 13 degrees. That's perfect. So 13-degree launch angle on a 3-wood, that's 15 degrees in loft, is absolutely terrific. So, if we go with a little bit of a fade here, this would be, if I set myself a little bit against the sledgehammer, there, see that? Now it feels like when I apply pressure to the sledgehammer, here we go, coming down, my hands are forward, collect, and now it feels like the sledgehammer is spinning this way. Very cool. So now I'm going to be able to really get a good sense of controlling that fade and that draw with that sledgehammer, which is really exciting. So if I perform my fade, there's the sledgehammer. Oh man, look at that. Oh, that was fun. Isn't that pretty? About 255. Let's look at impact. Beautiful impact on the UNEEKOR here. Now notice the attack angle is a lot more flat. And we got beautiful path from 3 degrees from the inside. And we got a nice 12-degree launch right there. Nice backspin. So look at that flight on that puppy. Isn't that gorgeous? Man, that was fun. So now let's look at draw with it. So if I'm playing draw with this thing, ball just a smidgen more back in the stance. Now it feels like when my hands come through first, see? Now it's going to start a little to the right of the sledgehammer. And now the sledgehammer is moving this way for that draw. So, bring that back here. There we go. Now we're going to play the ball just a smidgen more back in the stance. And we're going to let this squirt a little to the right of that sledgehammer. Oh yeah. That was perfect. Look at that draw. Wasn't that cool? 267 total. And there's that little draw. See how the club face is closing after impact? Just superb. Way too much fun, you guys. Look at that flight. Isn't that gorgeous? Put a sledgehammer down. If you don't have a sledgehammer, you can use a club simply, right? Put a club down. Put the ball right up against the club. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing to bring a sledgehammer to the range, and not everybody's got the tools at their disposal like we do here. So I put a ball right up against the butt of the club right here. And I'm getting ready to squeeze through the shaft in that direction. I got to lunge. I got to reach back. Got it. Fade. Draw. Straight. That's why the first couple were hit or miss, fade or draw. This is fade for sure. That's going to make the shaft move this way. That's draw for sure. That's going to make the shaft move this way. So you've got this beautiful visual along the ground that's really going to help you precisely position yourself to really match the shot with your setup. So your ball position is virtually guaranteed by this, and the fact that you're going to follow along the ground, because if you do this, you're just topping it on the way up. If you go for the ball, you're bashing it into the ground. There's no way I can move the sledgehammer or the club in that direction. But here, I got it. I got it. I got it. Enjoy that. We'll see you next week.